Hello folks, welcome back to Trend Drop. Electric car maker Tesla Incorporation TESLA plans to introduce a new low-cost long-life battery in its Model 3 sedan in China later this year or early next that it expects will bring the cost of electric vehicles in line with gasoline models that allows EV batteries to have second and third lives in the electric power grid. For months, Tesla chief executive Elon Musk has been teasing investors and rivals with promise to reveal significant advances in battery technology during a battery day in late May. New low-cost batteries designed to last for 1 million miles of use and enable electric Teslas to sell profitably for the same price or less than a gasoline vehicle are just part of Musk's agenda. People familiar with the plan told Reuters with a global fleet of more than 1 million electric vehicles that are capable of connecting to and sharing power with the grid. Tesla's goals is to achieve the status of a power company, competing with such traditional energy providing as Pacific Gas, Electric PCG, and Tokyo Electric Power, those sources said. The new million-mile battery at the center of Tesla's strategy was jointly developed with China contemporary AmpereX technology and deploys technology developed by Tesla in collaboration with a team of academic battery experts recruited by Musk. 3 people familiar with the effort said eventually improved versions of the battery with greater energy density and storage capacity and even lower cost will be introduced in additional Tesla vehicles in other markets, including North America, the sources said. Tesla's plan to launch the new battery first in China and its broader strategy to reposition the company have not previously been reported. Tesla declined to comment. Tesla's new battery will rely on innovations such as low cobalt and cobalt-free batteries, chemistries, and the use of chemical additives, materials, and coatings that will reduce internal stress and enable batteries to store more energy for longer periods, sources said. Tesla also plans to implement new high-speed, heavily automated battery manufacturing processes designed to reduce labor costs and increasing production in massive terafactories, about 30 times the size of the company's sprawling Nevada gigafactory, a strategy telegraphed in late April to analysts by Musk. Tesla is working on recycling and recovery of such expensive metals as nickel, cobalt, and lithium through its Redwood Materials affiliate, as well as new second life applications of electric vehicle batteries in grid storage systems, such as the one Tesla built in South Australia in 2017. The automaker also has said it wants to supply electricity to consumers and businesses, but has not provided details. Reuters reported exclusively in February that Tesla was in advanced talk to use CATL's lithium iron phosphate batteries, which use no cobalt, the most expensive metal in EV batteries. TL also has developed a simpler and less expensive way of packaging battery cells, called cell-to-pack, that eliminates the middle step of bounding cells. Tesla is expected to use the technology to help reduce battery weight and cost. The sources said CATL also plans to supply Tesla in China next year with an improved long-life nickel manganese cobalt battery, whose cathode is 50% nickel and only 20% cobalt. Tesla now jointly produces nickel cobalt aluminum batteries with Panasonic 6752T at a gigafactory in Nevada and buys NMC batteries from LG Chem in China. Panasonic declined the comment taken together. The advantages in the battery technology, the strategy of expanding the ways in which EV batteries can be used, and the manufacturing automation on a huge scale all aim at the same target: reworking the financial math that until now has made buying an electric car more expensive for most consumers than sticking with carbon-emitting internal combustion vehicles. We've got to make sure we got every steep ramp in battery production and continue to improve the cost per kilowatt hour of the batteries. This is very fundamental and extremely difficult, Musk told investors in January. We've got to scale battery production to crazy levels that people cannot even fathom today. Tesla has reported operating profits for 3 quarters in a row, driving a near doubling of its share price this year. Still, Musk's ambitious expansion plans depend on increasing both profit margins and sales volume. A number of technical advances made by Tesla and CATL in battery chemistry and design originated in a small research lab at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The lab has been run since 1996 by Jeff Dan, a pioneer in the development of lithium-ion batteries for electric vehicles and grid storage. Dan and his team began to exclusive 5-year research partnership with Tesla in mid-2016, but the relationship dates back at least to 2012. Among the critical contributions from Dan's lab, chemical additives and nano-engineered materials to make lithium-ion batteries tougher and more resistant to bruising from stress, such as rapid charging, thus extending their life. The cost of CATL's cobalt-free lithium iron phosphate battery packs has fallen below $80 per kilowatt hour, with the cost of battery cells dropping below $60 per kilowatt. The sources said CATL's low cobalt NMC battery packs are close to $100 kilowatt hour. Auto industry executives have said $100 kilowatt hour for battery packs is the level at which electric vehicles reach rough parity and with internal combustion competitors. Battery expert Shirley Meng, a professor at the University of California, San Diego, said NMC cells could cost as little as $80 kilowatt once recycling and recovery of the key which materials such as cobalt and nickel is factored in. Iron phosphate batteries, which are safer than NMC, could find a second life in stationary grid storage systems, reducing the upfront cost of those batteries for electric vehicles buyers. In comparison with the new low cobalt batteries being jointly developed by General Motors Co-GMN and LG Chem are not expected to reach those cost levels until 2025, according to a source of familiar work with company's work. GM declined to comment on its cost targets. Earlier this year, it said only that it planned to drive battery cell cost below $100 kilowatt, with specifying timetable. Reuters is reporting that Tesla plans to unveil so-called million-mile battery later this month that could be a game changer. That battery would have a much longer lifespan and use low cobalt and eventually cobalt-free chemistries to reduce the cost. The battery could potentially be used in Chinese version of the Model 3 sedan by the end of this year. The low cobalt version reportedly approached 100 kilowatt per hour threshold needed to bring EV costs to level with combustion engines. The cobalt-free versions, in turn, could make EVs less expensive than gas-powered cars. The report says Tesla also plans to reduce battery costs by streamlining and automating production in enormous so-called terafactories, which would allegedly be about 30 times the size of Tesla's Gigafactory, and ramping up recycling of cobalt, lithium, and nickel. Such technology would be truly game-changing and enhance the likelihood of genuinely affordable Teslas in the future, though, as with all things related to Tesla, a bit of skepticism should be prudent. While the company excels at representing bold visions of the future that excite shareholders, Tesla's track record of delivering on them is a bit more suspect. After all, Elon Musk still has a few months left to deliver on his robotaxi fleet that was supposed to be on the road by 2021. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.